Hello, my lovable friends. I hope you are doing great. In today's class, I'm going to tell you more ideas about education, but with a very specific consideration of this topic. The advantages of streaming, grouping children according to ability. So it depends on the country's educational system. It can be a kind of possibility, an option, whether they go for it or not. So as far as I know, in different countries, different educational systems have different regulations, of course, and sometimes it is a good idea to go for it, and sometimes it is not. So that's why exactly we're going to talk about this topic today to see what are the good points and what are the drawbacks involved. So, moving on to the first topic, the positive points. Some schools separate students according to their academic ability. So, we can understand that it is happening in some parts of the world and some countries and some schools. Teachers can work at the right speed for their students. So, one of the very golden keys that can be mentioned here is about this statement that students have different pace at learning. So they need to be given the environment where they feel comfortable and confident because the pace is suitable for them. So they wouldn't be behind the schedule all the time, or they wouldn't be bored because they are ahead of the schedule all the time. Teachers can plan more suitable lessons. So as the teacher knows their class, they can definitely go for the suitable and the most appropriate kind of lesson planning and ideas. High level groups may progress faster. So, of course, those students who are more intelligent or high achievers can progress and develop their skills and improve their knowledge. Lower level groups can benefit from a slower pace. So they can feel really comfortable because everything suits their abilities and skills, and it gives them the feeling of comfort and convenience. Some teachers and parents support streaming for these reasons. So, of course, there are some educators and some parents who side with this idea. But this is not the end of the story. I'm sure that by now you've understood that everything, even though they seem so beautifully designed, can have some disadvantages as well. So, moving to the next part where we are going to talk about the disadvantages of streaming. So before getting started, just pause for a moment and think about this topic. What are your thoughts? What do you think could be related to the drawbacks? Any ideas? So let's get into the topic. Grouping by ability may have a negative impact on students. So this is a very nice structure. May have a negative impact on somebody. So sometimes I see different kinds of structures which are not correct because we don't have those structures in English. But the use of a modal like may, might, can, could, these ones is highly suggested because it shows that it's not a fact and you know that it's a kind of possibility and probability. And it shows that you are a very good writer and a thinker as well. And here have a negative impact. You can also use effect or influence. And then we have the preposition on and then somebody or something. Children do not want. So, as you might remember, previously I told you that for academic writing and generally for the essay writing, even though you're going for the general module, you are encouraged to go for the complete versions of the verbs, even in the negation. For example, we don't say don't in writing. It's better to go for do not, unless you're writing a letter in part one for a general module and the letter is supposed to be sent to your friend. That is the only place where you are encouraged to go for the abbreviations or the short forms. Otherwise, go for the complete versions. Do not want to be seen as less intelligent than others. So imagine that classes are divided into different intelligence levels. So it doesn't give that kind of encouragement to those students who are at lower levels of the class division. So of course, the intelligent ones feel great and confident and proud of themselves, but probably the lower levels would really feel bad about themselves. Streaming could damage students' self-esteem. So as a result, their self-esteem would be hurt because of the damage that they've been talking about, because they feel really down, and maybe the more intelligent ones make fun of them and mock them, and that causes a lot of other problems that would definitely destroy and devastate students' self-esteem and self-confidence. They may lose motivation. So because they think that, okay, we're already at the bottom of the group, so we are done, and they don't have any motivation to improve themselves. Students from wealthier families tend to be better prepared. So because they have a lot of resources, sometimes the parents can just give some sorts of bribery or bother the teachers or school up in order to support their children more, or because of the resources, they can have a tutor or other classes in order to prepare them for the school time better. Children from poorer families may receive less support from parents because parents of those underprivileged families usually are somehow engaged with other activities. They need to work so hard so that they can afford the expenses and make the ends meet. So they wouldn't have a lot of time or any time, depends on their situation, to educate their children or to be supportive of their children. So that's why it feels not right for the poorer families. Mixed ability classes encourage everyone to achieve their potential. So this is another way of encouraging students because when everybody is mixed together, so we have mixed ability classes, and that is the place where everybody can be encouraged to achieve their potential because nobody feels higher or lower than the other, and they don't feel like having a hierarchy. So I hope that you've got a lot of good ideas and you've learned and practiced a lot of nice phrases which are related to this topic, the streaming related to education. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting me in this channel. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video. I will see you in the next upcoming video. Thank you. Take care.